this upcoming 4th of July that I'm gonna be making for most recently a lot of rolling stock to do so. And but before that we're gonna be doing for like I guess it's gonna be such as many things to do. We came here. So as I can make sure that I'm gonna be making the longer freight trains we ever had in about this day. So I'm actually that we're gonna be getting all of these a little bit amount of stuff and make more big things, as I'm gonna be currently make things a little bit more of these and the flat cars also. So a lot of things we have making things bolding for many features and about for only one thing. So looks like I made this longer freight train. As you can see, I just eventually used the AWVR 777 and 767 onto the back before the freight has gone on. So looks like we're gonna be making a lot of freight things as fast as possible before I won't making eventually. That does not gonna be to do like this one. So I just eventually gonna be making and spawn a dumpster. So more of these, some kind of a lot of these, and gotta get a lot of more possibly things is larger cargo, and many of these reasons does eventually that we're making to these lines as well, and more of these cars before the end of the day. So eventually the large cube box cars is gonna be one big thing. It's pretty massive, really massive as well. So I should be able to move the train along, and I'm gonna be making for a lot of these things as well. And so as this is gonna be making to do a lot of these things and continue rolling stock of Rio Grande, and most of these cars are getting around here like we say, and absolutely the region is absolutely for the northeast or northwest bound, and gotten a lot of these things and couple it up for more and more of these. And we have gondolas randomly for itself, and looks like we're gonna be making up for the GTA 5 train, which is I eventually made it very large as boxcars. So much, very much, and looks like it's going to be such as big and better. Better yet, this is about for this only large thing, as it's gotta be huge, as more of these boxcars and dumpster things is a lot of them. So eventually, this is gonna be big and long until this train is gonna be holds up more of these cars as well. And I'm pretty sure this is gotta be more of these rolling stocks and tanks. We have a lot, and a lot of these, and more of these Milwaukee Road trains. As you can see, what about for Milwaukee Road? So if you're gonna be wanted to see some kind of one thing, I just feel a little bit pretty much as well, more tank cars, and it's gonna be the rest of their trains as well. So most of the recent rolling stock is gonna be huge, and very a lot of huge as well, until I just choose the wrong order, or being chosen the wrong order. So a lot of these things, and exactly the refrigerator, and it's being gonna get a lot of these trains in ourselves. I think we eventually made the longest possible trains we ever seen, especially Canadian Pacific, gondolas, and even a lot of trains, or even itself connecting very as much as we know it, more people, and this has gotta be such as way more bigger than I ever thought. And one of the last things we gotta build, and what about caboose? That wasn't pretty existed at all until we making so much trains larger and bigger and better. And the rolling stocks are should be the final. And what if this isn't gonna be very big or large, and this is pretty intensely too much. And I gotta be making things a little bit right to do so. But what I absolutely ever to say, I don't think the train has gotten moved until that wasn't gonna be pretty all for I say. So there must be one maintenance for a round of the trains. And finally, the locomotive should be gonna be moving forward against backwards as the train continues to roll on. And more of these trains and cars, and I got one job to do. This is exactly how big it is. More locomotives required, and how big it is, and way more things we have ever to do like this one. BNSF, and I'm gonna be really actually trying to spawn a Santa Fe Conrail and a little bit amount of these things, but bigger things is really much well. Last Santa Fe, and I'm gonna be trying to find a way. But most of all, let's gonna be pretty able to spawn a CSX really for literally one time as well. So if I'm gonna be chosen one either, let's just gonna be able to spawn for this one thing. And the last locomotive should be for an Eastern Seaboard. And because I'm gonna be going on reverse, and this should be our last bait. And whatever that we're pretty able to see like this one. So let's gonna be making more things before we roll on. We believe we're gonna be using for the constant the deader, and most of all that we should be able to take around for this right shape. Is this gonna be right? And we're going. So let's check on the lights on and ready to roll. As the train continues to roll, I just eventually finished, and we have that bridge over here. And because we have already finished the bridge, and looks like more features have been gone missing. Overall, the train will be continued to move, and absolutely, if I'm gonna be pressing the train horn, this isn't probably work as well. So look how that I made this longest train. I eventually made it to do so, but this train is gonna be to do what I'm just gonna be changing. So looks like the dropper FX is gonna be using 24, and we have eventually made things a lot, and it's gonna be almost realistic, as we even have for this either. So looks like the train is going for inbound session. As we look how the trains is gonna be rolling stock is pretty a lot, and it head towards into that station, and pretty it's such as longer trains as possible. And how the train is pretty long and big, and a lot of things and stuff as well, and it's got a lot of rolling stock. There's Milwaukee Road and more boxcars, and it's pretty a lot of them. And the last one will be at the CSX trains moving backwards, and as you can see, I just saved from the slot 4, and I may be sure that we just eventually passed a crossing. But looks like the train is about for moving, and what I'm pretty sure, and let's gonna be pretty move on to a runaway train. Let's make the famous train is gonna be, it's not the famous train, this is absolutely one of the runaway trains. Looks like the AWVR, and because it's not this, what absolutely to do like this is the AWVR. Is gonna be the runaway trains as we pull on to 60% per throttle. Oh my gosh, that was gonna be such as hurting with these some kind of a rolling stock about with these freight cars, and it does not pretty handle for around for this coming in this for 4th of July. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be maximize the throttle until the cars are going to get derailed, and how that lag is going to be worth it. This is pretty worth it as well, especially for the CSX trains moving again very slow. It almost going to be come to a halt, and luckily the train is going to be make things a little bit faster. So I'm really sure that we say come on, make the train is going to be a little bit faster. It's moving against 40%. For the miles per hour, 40 miles per hour in these road scale trains, and the train is gonna be coming fast, very quickly as possible. But unlikely, the train is gonna be very quick and so close. I think it's gonna be almost come into a halt, but looks like that must be bigger and a little bit for maximize the freight. I think this train is gonna be making more faster and a little bit pretty faster than I just actually to do like that. So as the train is gonna be continuing to do like this one, well, I just gonna be slowed down eventually to 50% per throttle. Now this is absolutely the longest one of this. Well, it's not the longest thing. What I absolutely cause for a huge amount of lag, and most of all, and I'm just gonna be keeping my connection stay connected as well. We pretty probably sure it took for a very long time, and the amount for these crushing along for these other like these things. Our freight cars is moving around for commuter area, and I think we have one problem to this day. And looks like that must be Norfolk Southern. Oh, wait, this is an hopper car as well. So the train will be coming to in a complete stop, and looks like because of this only one thing. This is what absolutely what happened, and making more of these freight trains is gotta be enough. I'm probably sure that it's gonna be complete derailments. Well, what happened that we just made a complete overhaul and about for these trains. So as the train continues to roll on and about for these final destinations we got here, the roll-on trains is gonna be pretty too much as well. Even its faster freight cars as well. But I'm pretty wanted to sure that I'm gonna be using for the high-speed trains such as Brightline Transit. And most of all, the train is gonna be coming away into this passing lane. We got 2 cars down. Oh no, we have a various mistake and of all. I think the train is about to. Oh no, we got pretty stopped for this train. So, and finally, the train has been derailed. Looks like this is gonna be the end of this video for whatsoever. Well, as you can see in for this train, we got 2 trains available. We got most of these recent bigger trains as well. And looks like this video contains around for this 15 minutes video. So looks like it is about to the end of this video for really much time. That must be a GE locomotive. And this is exactly how it's not a little bit perfect for this. And most of these trains is absolutely pretty such a cursed moment. So let's just gonna be seeing back until that wasn't gonna be tried to do what is best to do, like we ever been right here. And exactly, I do not turn the music back on because of copyright claims. And looks like we have the C48, and that must be the CSX, and around for this one. And because I just spawned 2 backup locomotives, Class 66 Blue and the CSX C40-8, and pretty possibly that was even to do like this one. And because this is almost likely before that wasn't gonna be possible to do so, that is the end of this video. And about for this upcoming 4th of July video, will be gonna be coming around for this short derail for against these cars as well. So that's all for today as well. So if you like for this road scale video, leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And before we're gonna be remastered around for the AWVR video into a slot 1 for just gonna be going on for this one. This is Turbo Concept signing off, and thanks for watching. Like I really say to do like this one. So this train will not gonna be reversing until this train has come into an awful derailment.